So no one can escape the challenges of life, but how you face your challenges will define you. And once you start to face them with clarity and mastery, it will take you to this next step of grounded in material abundance and emotional fulfillment and generosity. So before we get started on this reading, I'm going to read an excerpt from the Tao Te Ching, translation by Stephen Mitchell, Pocket Edition. Failure is an opportunity. If you blame someone else, there is no end to the blame. Therefore, the master fulfills her own obligations and corrects her own mistakes. She does what she needs to do and demands nothing of others. Okay, that's number 79. So this is the energy of you, the self, in this reading. Conflict and growth, and you are ready to step into it. Right now, there is this opportunity for engaging with the world in a whole new way. And this new energy of collaboration is going to actually shift how things go for you, right? You can see these pentacles lining up, right? Working with others will bring you this wealth, because when it comes down to it, you can have an abundance of things, but if it's not built in a collaborative way, then it will fall apart. And I'm seeing that the way that you walk in the world is really important in this reading, because we also have the Two of Pentacles coming in for the mental and emotional realm. So learning to balance the minds and the emotions and focusing that will. When you do face some kind of challenge, you are not going to slip into fear. You're going to work with the situation and what is at hand. And this is going to just end this missing out energy, because you're going to be fully immersed in your work and I'm getting the word obligations. So what it is for you to address, you will address, and it's going to end this Four of Cups feeling left out energy, because you are just fully engaged and dedicated to the work at hand, which is when you do fail, you're going to take accountability and move forward and just keep going, keep collaborating. You're no longer ashamed of who you are, how you show up. You can see that everyone has these ups and downs in life, and you do not have to appear to be perfect. You do not have to shirk away when things don't go perfectly. And this is going to give you the spark of hustle, and it's going to awaken your magician energy. The magician was showing up a little bit ago when I was planning for this reading as well. So yes, you are magic. So wherever you are is where you're meant to be. You are in flow. This spark of hustle is going to keep you aligned. You see how this symbol has this arrow pointing right up to the magic, right? Your energy is going to keep you moving in the right direction. You are no longer distracted by what has been, what will be. You are completely focused in the moment. And this is beautiful. Magic happens when you most expect it. By just embracing who you are in every moment, including the things that might not be going right, you will just move through any challenges because you're taking them head on rather than scattering the energy and making it more complex. There's no shame in your game, so you just keep moving forward with clarity and strength. And this is going to bring this incredible balance. This is the Temperance card here. We have a lot of 1s and 4s showing up. Oh yeah, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 4s. Okay. That's a lot of will and strength, right? And with the 4 4s and the 8, we also have 3 8s on the table. So this energy of stability and progress is really strong in this reading. So, and because if you own whatever it is that is showing up in your life and you fix it, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Let's see what additional cards want to come out to support this energy. Yeah, I'm just getting the message again. You are ready. It's about self-awareness. The spy master is coming out, knowledge and distrust, right? So it's about self-awareness. You know who you are, and you know who to trust. And once you start to really align with that, and just because you don't trust someone or something, it doesn't mean there's any specific action to be taken. It's actually often best to just not engage with those things, just to like quietly step away rather than call them out. It really depends on what is at play. Sometimes things need to be addressed directly. A lot of times things are fed when you engage with them. So it's important to have that knowledge of, work like a spy, like a secret agent, this will help you on your journey into the unknown, because as you start to embrace more deeply your responsibility for the energy in your life, it's going to bring new things in pretty quickly. So this unknown, this walker energy, I'm also getting, hey, go out on a walk with no input, no, podcast. And this is going to help you get the guides. This information really comes in for me when I walk without any, phone on me. I just let the information come in. And that guidance, it's yours. But when you're filling your world with too much information, then you can't get the next steps, the corrections, right? So this is the correction. Like, how do you correct the mistakes? You need the time and space to process and get that intuitive guidance. And this is going to help you rediscover and transition into this new energy, right? Where you're building and growing and weaving a new story. And this is also going to increase your self-worth, right? And bring things into balance. Because when you weren't taking responsibility, it was actually lowering your worth. Because there's nothing wrong with growing and changing and learning. But when we diminish ourselves and don't take it, like accept what our part of the puzzle is, we can't grow. So it's really essential to tune in deeply and to learn about that. Wow, some very cool cards are coming out here. We have the horse, the earth element. We have the hawk, the air element. Vision. We have the dragon, which is one of the elemental cards at the end of the deck. We also have the lion and the fox. So what I'm getting is the lion is supporting the fox energy. Yeah. Okay, so let's dig into the messages here. So with the hawk, we have watchful, all-seeing, messenger of divinity. When in balance, sees clearly, intuitive, right? So if you can't see yourself clearly, what are you doing? And I mean, it's no shame in that game. Seriously, it's very difficult. And I think as we peel off the layers, we see ourselves more clearly. When out of balance, sees too much and is suspicious, right? So we can overdo it. So to bring into balance a perspective shift, right? And part of this is being willing to just fully accept that we only have control over ourselves. And so on the other hand, the dragon also talks about some similar energies here. Let's peek into that. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego, right? So seeing oneself clearly is a big message at the center of this reading. And by seeing yourself clearly, not overdoing or underdoing it, and just seeing the magic, the unquestionable, unhinged, unexplainable magic of existence, it's going to burst your ego, because the ego is here to help us navigate the world. It's doing its job. But it also wants to play small and safe to protect us. But once you start to see your one true self and balance the ego with like the truth that we don't know, that it is a big world, that it's not the end of the world to not be perfect, that mistakes and failure are a part of everyday life, and we can easily correct them if we accept accountability. But the ego doesn't want to do it. I mean, for anyone who's dealt with someone in a narcissistic energy, right? There is no responsibility that will ever be taken. And so maybe people with that type of mindset will dominate spaces, but they're never going to grow because they can't accept responsibility. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. Yeah, when the dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. And when we're in that witness consciousness, we are, it's the fact that we make a mistake is no big deal. Like failure, it starts to become, it's like a video game. You might not beat that level that first time. Big deal. You keep going, right? And so the truth of this is, with this type of dragon energy, is you need to see the beauty in the world. If you cannot see the beauty in the world in your situations, your Aini is dim. Your inner fire, your sacred intelligence is dim. So even in your failure, see the beauty in that. It might, this is so important to not judge ourselves and others for the way we're learning to navigate the world, because that actually inhibits learning and growth. It stops you dead in your tracks, right? So seeing beauty in the process of growth and learning. Okay, let's take a look at the horse and the fox. Momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. So when in balance, achieves anything, never gives up. When out of balance, runs away, feels weak. So strength training is important for this horse energy. And what I'm getting is like, this is also strength of will, strength of integrity, strength of self-awareness. Because this whole reading is how you face challenges. And part of it is our physical strength, right? This earth strength, but also our ability to see where we need to change and grow, which is like using our intellect and our intuition as well in combination with this. Because if you just like push it at strength training without applying these other senses, you can easily be led astray. Okay. So, and the fox is smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. And so much about this idea of failure and taking responsibility and growing in it is really, it is about teaching. It's about educating ourselves and others, taking that kind of approach. When in balance, magical, ingenious teacher, monogamous. When out of balance, sneaky, unsure of their identity, right? So when you're in balance here, you learn how to learn and to share and to teach, and you're magical. But if, otherwise you're kind of like, who am I? To bring into balance partnership and connection, right? And so this is the Three of Pentacles energy here, to really partner with others, to accept their helps and limitations as well as your own, and just see that we're all in this together, that this is a sacred journey that we have to take on individually, but we're also working collectively. The lion is patient, regal, and a complete master. And so brings in this peace and strength. And when they're out of balance, they're too serious. So to bring into balance, meditation and friendship, again, working with others. So peace and strength and fire energy coming in there. But basically, the message is, you have this, friend. Just accept your humanness and continue to move forward and learn from at each step. Be willing to grow. Be willing to face your mistakes and see the beauty in them. Because you are magic, and magic happens when you expect it. Know that you can get there. but it takes this level of tenacity and willing to see things in a new way to achieve it. That is the message today. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend. I'm very curious where in the world you're tuning in from. Drop a comment of where you might be, what your journey is at this time. And until next time, see you then.